my cruise control's in overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch-out highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze, looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hi everyone, welcome to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Unmistakable scenery in the village of Castalia. One of the greatest settings for high school football is where you are about to be taken. And that, of course, is the Duck Pond, where the Margaretta Polar Bears host the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. The Bears battle it out at the pond here in Castalia. And, of course, it is the final game of the regular season, which means it'll be senior night, of course, for the Polar Bears. And there's the big thank you for each and every one of them wearing the green and white and all the success that they have experienced and hopefully yet to experience in the weeks to come.
It's gonna be on TV.
We're going to be stars, that's right. Polar Bear Marching Band making their entrance onto the field. This is a conference championship game, basically. Margaretta has wrapped up their conference championship in the River Division, and now they've got at least a share of it. Now they're looking for the outright division championship. And of course, for Gibsonburg, they're one game back, and with a win, they can claim a piece of the pie. And it's a matter of whether Margaretta is going to be content or whether they're going to want the whole thing all to themselves. And with two teams battling it out like this, it's a great way to end the regular season. Gibsonburg 5-1 in the division, and Margaretta at 6-0 as they come into the proceedings tonight. Man, you are looking at a game face right there in Judah Keller, getting set for battle tonight, and you see it much more on a basketball floor without the helmet on, but he just, when the whistle blows, when the ball goes up, either venue, he is game ready as soon as the action starts. There's Julian Washington coming across the field, who, of course, is going to be seen at the end of the first quarter, declaring where he's going to be heading to college to play basketball come the fall of 26. Got cheerleaders, football players, all seniors being introduced on this final night of the regular season. Margaretta, I tell you what, it's been quite a year for them. They lost their season opener to Vermilion 21-20. And I know Vermilion's no slouch, although they came across a few hard times here and there, but ended up 5-5 in the year. Fan of the Week is up next, and it's brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort, located in the heart of fun in Ohio, Central Ohio, Mansfield. And of course, our favorite cowbell. The Belock family is, as a group, going to be our Fan of the Week. Brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. Since the 21-20 loss to Vermilion, it has been smooth sailing for the Polar Bears. 21-0 over Western Reserve, 48-7 over Brookside, 42-0 over Willard. The only real close game in there was 29-26 when they handed Hopewell Loudon their only loss of the season. That was back in week 7. That certainly is what propelled Margaretta to the top of their division in the computer rankings. There's the Keller family. And take a look right from right to left, all the way through the whole group of senior football players, because there is a bunch of them and a lot of holes to fill for next year. But for right now, the Bears enjoying this run that this senior class has given them.
You gotta smile. Here we go.
Here come the Bears, the good Bears. The Golden Bears will be coming out shortly as well, but the Polar Bears ready for action as they have senior night. They are indeed ready to shine at the Duck Pond. A great sight looking across the Duck Pond in Castalia. Our first quarter being brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio, with fun all year long. And, of course, Groff Funeral Homes with parlors in Sandusky, Milan, and Huron. Groff Funeral Homes. It will be Jimmy Siddell kicking off for Gibsonburg. And taken off the ground by Carter Luzader, where we turn that ball out to the Margaretta 40-yard line, where the Bears will go on first down and 10. Quarterback is one of their seniors, Jake Boy. Pass intended for Cale Bailey, just off the fingertips and incomplete, so it would be second down and 10. Both of these teams have built their offense around the running game all year long, but we're looking at Margaretta coming out throwing. Drop snap, then off-balance throw. That is the first bit of disaster to strike on the night. Jesus Rodriguez coming up with the interception for Gibsonburg. So look at Boy throwing off balance. Receiver had gone to the ground, and that made it easy for Rodriguez to pick it off. And now they've got the ball on the Margaretta 40. And that's just 24 seconds into the contest. Quarterback is Reese Walby, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. And their big running back, of course, is Grant Smith, who averages 126 yards a game. So he's got some pretty good numbers on the year. He wears number 5. Right here, though, Aiden Nims carrying into the line for no gain as Margaretta forces a third down and 10. Lucas Pajali having a good time coaching the green and white. What you saw right there is typical Lucas Pajali. There's Walby on the rollout, a little toss trying to hit Luke Foster, but incomplete, so it would bring up a fourth down and 10. Take another look here for Matthews Ford at the Polar Bear defense, just stringing this out. And Walby really not able to find anyone, so just dumps it off to Foster, but threw it a little bit too short for Foster to hang on to. So the fourth down and 10 would be from the Margaretta 40. So we start playing a field position game here as this punt goes deep, then returned by Luzader. And they had a procedure penalty against Gibsonburg that was tacked onto the punt, so Margaretta gets to start this time on their 22. So I look at Judy Keller for the first time tonight, carrying for 8 yards. A second down and 2 for the Bears. Told you before about just the sheer determination of this young man, Keller, when he gets his hands on the football. For the yards after contact. And yeah, he does get himself kind of pumped up, doesn't he? That time, Gibsonburg wins the battle up front. So it would be a 3rd down and 3. Boyd tries to hit Cale Bailey, on which he's successful for an 8-yard gain, and Margaretta's first down out to their 37-yard line. And the quarterback, Boy, designed quarterback sweep. And boy, man, I'm telling you what, not an easy customer to bring down. That's a pickup of 22 yards all the way to the Gibsonburg 41-yard line. Watch again as Boy tucks, follows Luzader. Breaks that left side. Gain of 22 yards. Ball on the Gibsonburg 41, so Margaretta now in pretty good field position. But so far this passing game has ended up in disaster for Margaretta. That ball was actually run out of the end zone by Aiden Morant. Not sure if he really knew where he was or not, but he only got to the 1-yard line, so that's where Gibsonburg starts this drive. Told you earlier about Grant Smith. He's their running back, wearing number 5, a 5'10", 180-pound junior. And he is a horse in that backfield. There he is right there, driving out to the 5-yard line, where it would be a 2nd down and 6. Landon Wire digging in right over the center. Aiden Nims, nada. That little wingback counterplay here. A lot of wing T tendencies for both of these teams on offense. And this is one of them, that wingback counterplay, which gets stopped for little or no gain to bring up a 3rd down and 6. And for Judah Keller making a tackle.
Timeout. Gibsonburg.
It's one closer to a career record as Gibsonburg takes a timeout. We take a timeout to thank the following businesses for supporting us here. The Game of the Week: Leslie Murray Law, Fosco Cement, David F. Cook Funeral and Cremation Services, Diedrich Motors, Crush Wine Bar, Dockside Cafe, Pier Pub, Pizza House East, O.E. Meyer Propane Division, and TC's Slider and Drive-Thru. There is Aiden Smith. I'm sorry, Grant Smith. They've got like about 18 Aidens on their roster, so it's easy to make that mistake. But Grant Smith with that carry up the middle, which was good for 48 yards to the Margaretta 47-yard line.
Aiden Morant on the run.
Fake to Smith, and quarterback Walby carrying himself for a gain of 4. It's a 3rd down and 5 on the Margaretta 42-yard line. Landon Wire right on top of the pile right there, making that stop. Able-bodied assist from Brett Miller. And the Bears have given Gibsonburg a 4th and 5. Here's Keller starting from the 4, and you talk about getting running room. How about 19 yards worth out to the 23-yard line? And with the help of that offensive line, Keller with some room to run. That hole slips through a one-arm tackle of Luke Foster and into the secondary. where Aiden Morant tackled the football just as much as he tackled Keller. And Morant didn't like something going on after that play.
Judah Keller on the run for Margaretta.
No gain for Keller, a 2nd down and 10 out on the 23. Margaretta with several different weapons that'll hurt you on offense, including the quarterback, Jake Boy.
Number 11, Jake Boy on the run.
That's a gain of 10 out to the 33-yard line. Gary Quizno, the head coach of the Polar Bears, in his 37th year as a head coach. Amazing record. Carter Luzader with an 11-yard run. Just heard somebody yelling, "Hey, Judah." Watch the block. Keller just, flattens Grant Smith. I mean, the intensity is not just running the ball or tackling somebody, but Keller does a little bit of everything. Keller for a short pickup of 3. It's 2nd down and 7. Margaretta's on their own 47-yard line. Look at the eyes. Isn't that despicable? Aaron Caldwell, the famed reporter and photographer for the Sandusky Register. She loves to peek on everybody else and to creep on everybody else, but if somebody creeps on her, she doesn't like it when the tables get turned, and we're pretty good at that here at the Game of the Week. 1 quarter in the books, no score. Bears against the Bears on the North Coast Game of the Week. Here is Julian Washington.
I just got 2 words. Staying home. University of Dayton.
University of Dayton, very fortunate to have a great young kid on their basketball team for the future. Not that far from home. Great support at the University of Dayton, and nice to see Julian with a landing spot. Congratulations. Boy, we're going to miss him after this year. Take it all in during basketball because he is so much fun to watch out there compete. Here's again Margaretta pinning Gibsonburg down deep at the 3-yard line. A quarterback, Walby, picks up a few to get a little bit of running room out at the 6. Until Smith bursts this one into the secondary. Downfield stop for Zach Boy. Pickup of 33 yards out to the 39-yard line to get Gibsonburg out of a hole. Again, you got to tip your hat to the guys up front who do this kind of stuff right here. Certainly, Smith does a great job reading the hole and hitting it quickly, but that hole wasn't there by accident. So the ball now is out to the 39-yard line where it's a 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears, their second first down of this first half. And that is just Smith plowing his way for 5 yards.
Number 17.
Let's look at the Margaretta faithful packing the home stands as we say special thanks to the following local businesses. Gibsonburg with the football. No score on the board. And a slugfest between the Giants of the SBC River Division. Third down and 2 for the Golden Bears. Ball right out to the midfield stripe where Gibsonburg picks up just enough for a first down. And Walby up top. And you get an indication. I mean, it's not that their passing games are bad. It's just that these teams' running games are so much better. That's the quarterback, Walby, being tackled by Luzader. Margaretta's defense is ready for just about anything that Gibsonburg wants to throw at them. No gain on that play. So we take another look here for Matthews Ford at the Margaretta defense at work. Play fake one way. Here's that wingback counter. And it was read perfectly by Luzader. Doesn't get much better than that. No gain, third down and 10 for Gibsonburg on their own 35-yard line. It said their own. That is my mistake. It's on the Margaretta 35-yard line. That sets this up right here, a gain of 8 yards by Walby, which brings up a fourth down and 2 on which they would go for it, this deep in Margaretta territory. And we see Margaretta's defense right there to throw the wall up. Margaretta saying it's their ball. Gibsonburg is saying first down. Well, the call of first down is going to be correct. But for Margaretta, thanks to the following local businesses for their support: Erie Community Federal Credit Union, Pizza House West, Brady Signs, Cook Aluminum, Wendy's, Hartung Title, Pizza House West, and Chick-fil-A. Big takeaway for Margaretta's defense, or the big stop, which turns the ball over on downs, and Judy Keller goes to work. Pickup of 6 yards out to the 32-yard line, where it would be second down and 4. Credit Gibsonburg's defense there for a 2-yard loss on Keller. Third down and 6. Way up top and downfield. And the catch made by Zach Boy. It is Jake, brother Zach. That is good for 24 yards. And a Polar Bear first down. Ball on the Gibsonburg 46-yard line. Jake Boy scrambles for 6 to make it a second down and 4. Carter Luzader. He picks up the 4 yards needed for the first down, just enough for the 7th Margaretta first down of this first half, but they have yet been able to cash one in.
Number 11, Jake Boy on the line.
Jake Boy for 10. And that's the first down on the Gibsonburg 26-yard line with first down number 8. Jake Boy, 9 yards down to the 17. It's another look for Matthews Ford at student body right. All those green blockers out in front for Boy. Second down and 1 on the Gibsonburg 17-yard line. Judah Keller carrying for a first down. This ball's all the way down to the Gibsonburg 11-yard line. They're solidly in the red zone now, looking for the first score of the night. There it is. And there it goes. Holding call will nullify this 5-yard touchdown run. Boy carrying around the left side. Great effort to get that thing inside the pylon. Took a referee with him. And first 6 points of the ball game comes off the board because of the holding penalty and marks him out to the 15-yard line for a second down and 14. That actually, after the discussion by the officials, we'll tell you about that in a moment. While we thank the following businesses for their support: Hermes Parker Concrete, Snow Trails, Savista Bank, Matthews Ford, Cameo Pizza, S&H Blinds and Floors, Fresh Electric Incorporated, Flynn Pie and Cruise, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Restore Pro, and Musicians Alley. It was ruled a backwards pass or a lateral, so the ball actually went out of bounds 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, now bringing up a third down and 19. Not much for Boyd, just a yard to make it fourth down and 18 on the 19-yard line. And the Polar Bears calling timeout with 48 seconds left to go in the half. For the end zone. Interception by the quarterback, Walby, who came up with the ball. And on the touchback, Gibsonburg takes over on their 20-yard line with just 41 ticks left on the clock in the first half. 4-yard gain brings it to 2nd and 6, but Gibsonburg is intent to let the clock run out because they will get the ball first in the second half, which will be coming up in just a short while. So quite a slugfest, as you would expect, between two teams battling it out for a conference championship. No score at halftime. Margaretta and Gibsonburg, half number 2, right around the corner on the Game of the Week. Great look at the Duck Pond in Castalia, home of the Margaretta Polar Bears, where our third quarter is brought to you by North Coast Handyman. 419-656-0905. Wake Up and Waffle, a brunchery located at the Marketplace in downtown Sandusky. Check them out for a great start to your day at Wake Up and Waffle. Well, if you're ready, we're ready. No score on the board. We are right where we started. 0-0 in the Battle of the Bears at the Pond. A little razzle-dazzle on the opening kickoff of the second half as they work a handoff, but it would not phase the Polar Bears. Mason Cromer right there to snuff it out, and Gibsonburg will start back on their 17-yard line. Now, where we talked how Gibsonburg has a young man, Grant Smith, who averages 126 yards per ball game. Their main thrust of moving the football is through the run game. And we start the second half with Smith in control of the ball. However, Margaretta there to answer the bell right off the bat. Right at the bottom of the pile is Tyson Bailey to make the stop after just a 2-yard pickup, so a second down and 8. But you would think in the locker room, the Gibsonburg has to be thinking, man, we passed the ball on the first half. Let's just let's go to our bread and butter. Let's go to the run game, and let's see what we can do. First thrust, just the 2 yards. Back to your big gun again, and Smith will get a yard. The Landon Wire is not showing much movement in the middle of that line at all. Try as they might, but he always seems to be right there to stuff those gaps. 3rd down and 7. So they go outside. And just enough for a first down with Aiden Morant coming from left to right to pick up 8 on 3rd and 7. Now the quarterback, Walby, tucks it, turns it, and gets out of bounds after a 10-yard gain. Watch and see if you can find a face mask in here. There's the flag. And you see the opinion of Gary Quizno being expressed, plus a little help from his friends. Smith nowhere to go outside as the Margaretta defense swarming all over him. Well, again, Gary Quizno going to debate the fact that there was a hand. This was not a personal foul face mask, but kind of an inadvertent face mask that they called right here because the hand grazed past. And there's a 5-yarder, there's a 15-yarder. Right behind all of that. Tough to see from here, but either way, they're going to mark it 2nd down and 10 instead of a loss on the play. So not disaster, but still it could have been a lot better as far as Margaretta was concerned. On a 2nd down and 10, Gibsonburg holding on to possession of the football. And again, Margaretta's defense just stout as they could be. Nothing for Smith, makes it 3rd and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Then Walby decides to go up top. Lofts it right downfield to Luke Foster, who makes the catch as the ball was thrown just over the head of Luzader for a 19-yard gain. And Gibsonburg keeps their opening drive of the second half alive at the Margaretta 43-yard line. He's 2nd and 7 now after they pick up 3 on 1st down. Grant Smith. You can see what a tough young man this is, as he just keeps the legs churning for a 1st down on a pickup of 9. 2 more than what he needed. And Gibsonburg now at the Margaretta 31-yard line. Same story. They are really putting the ball in the hands of Grant Smith right now. and putting this game on his shoulders. It's another 5-yard pickup for a first down on the Margaretta 18-yard line. First down number 9 for Gibsonburg in this game, number 5 on this opening drive of the second half. That's right, Gibsonburg's had the ball for the whole time so far here in the second half as they play keep away. It is second down and 10. Walby off the play fake, dumps it off. Morant to the pylon for 6. Why don't officials signal touchdown anymore? They keep you in mystery. Now, any part of this pylon with that ball inside of it is part of the end zone. And Morant does a great job of his foot was out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Oops. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, it counts for 6. Who knows in this kind of a game what would have happened? And look at that pursuit by the Margaretta defense to hold the 2-point conversion short as Walby reached but couldn't make it. So it stays 6-0 in favor of Gibsonburg. They used 7 minutes and 16 seconds on that drive. 13 plays, 83 yards. You don't see a lot of those kind of drives in high school. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting the Game of the Week: Pizza Brothers, Small City Tap House, Danny Boys, Clag Brewing, coveted by Share, Purin Pizza House, Gnome's Podiatric Medicine, and Brumbaugh Law Firm. Well, you hear the whistles blowing. They kick the ball off without getting the initial whistle signal to kick off. So that results in a delay of game penalty. So they've got to kick it off from back on the 35-yard line. There's 8 around the return. Margaretta gets it out to their 35-yard line where they now have to answer back. No success on first down. It would be second down and 10. This is Zach Boy gaining 3. And you can see Gibsonburg all pumped up now. In a game like this, could one score be enough to win it? Try and convert on third down. Ball is off the fingertips of Bailey. So it would be fourth down and 7. And after Gibsonburg came out of the gates in the second half and controlled the ball for 7 minutes and 16 seconds and 13 plays, Margaretta got it for 3 plays and a punt and used only 1 minute and 49 seconds off the clock. Gibsonburg with it back. Zach Boy kept that from going for more than 7 yards. It would be second down and 3. Gibsonburg back to Smith again. That door is what you call closed. No gain. Third down and 2. Nothing doing whatsoever. And all pumped up is Brett Miller, who is right there to greet him with a big old kiss right in the middle of the line. This is what you call a polar bear kiss right here. Watch as Smith gets the ball. 2 steps, pow. Done. Great job by Miller. Forces a fourth down and 2 for Gibsonburg on their own 36. Margaretta gets it back after the punt on the Gibsonburg 43-yard line. Keller will carry for 3 to make it a 2nd down and 7 on the Golden Bears 40. Oof, that hurts. You know, when you see hits like that and we're that close to it, it just sends shivers through your body. And Keller just pops up and is like, give me another one. Just as he turns the corner here. 1, boom! Smith just shouldered him hard. Keller sapped after a short pickup, and it would be 3rd down and 3 when we come back for the 4th quarter of action, with Margaretta now trailing by a score of 6-0, and they have some work to do here in the 4th, so stay right where you are, and we'll see where it all turns out in the battle for the River Division. Mike Zoll, Cold Creek Cleaning Services. Call 419-621-4766. Mike Zoll, Cold Creek Cleaning Services. And by Ehovie Career Center, just off Route 250 in Milan. Ehovie. All right, here's your 4th quarter with Margaretta going 3rd down and 3 on the Gibsonburg 36. And now 4th and 3. Boy looking, firing. Again, seems to be the story of the Polar Bears tonight, just off the fingertips at Zach Bowie, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be Gibsonburg getting the ball back on their own 36 as Grant Smith goes to work, and so does the Margaretta defense, holding him to just a 2-yard pickup. This seems like Landon Wyer's name has been called all night long, as he's just become an immovable force in the middle of that field. He and Judy Keller teaming up for that stop. If Judy Keller makes a tackle, you know it after it's done. He'll tell you. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for Gibsonburg on their own 38. Smith, nowhere to go. But a penalty flag also thrown into the middle of the action there, resulting in a holding call, which would bring Gibsonburg back even further. 2nd down and 18 on their 28. Pass caught to Aiden Morant. 10-yard pickup out to the 38. It's 3rd down and 8. Morant on the reverse. Handoff to Nims. 5'10", 180-pound senior. He gets only 3. It's 4th down and 5. Judy Keller, the inspiration of that Margaretta defense. It's like they knew it was coming. See again, Landon Wire down on the bottom and Judy Keller up on top. 4th and 5 for the Golden Bears on their own 41-yard line. And with a 6-0 lead, you don't take a whole lot of chances right here. You just give up the football and let your defense go to work. Well, Carter Luzader's been doing this all night long, giving Margaretta good field position with returns. And this time, Margaretta starts at midfield. And again, Polar Bears down by 6. Well, there's a page out of the playbook of Gibsonburg, and it didn't work much better for Margaretta than it did for the Gburg Bears. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Boy for 2. It's a 3rd down and 8. You could see, I'll tell you what, this is sheer guts right here. See, the ankles got twisted at the end of that play. on Jake Boy when we'll take a look at the results momentarily, while we say special thanks to the following local businesses. Boy standing in there on a bum ankle, still firing that pass to the far side that goes incomplete, intended for Zach Boy. And now 4th down and 8 for Margaretta. The clock certainly becoming a factor now with just under 7 minutes to go. Gibsonburg's going to take over again on their own 3-yard line. And Boy's done a great job of placing that ball down deep all night long. There's Smith for 3 out to the 6-yard line. We're at 2nd down and 7. Smith for 3 more would make it a 3rd down and 4. And here's what Gibsonburg could ill afford, was a false start at that point, and nobody felt worse than that young man right there. Moves them back to 3rd down and 9 at the 4. Get what they can get right here. The quarterback Walby for 4. It's 4th down and 5 at the 8. And now try and figure this out. Was this a mistake by Gibsonburg, or was this something they did on purpose to try and get themselves out from the shadow of their own goal line? We're approaching 4 minutes left to go in the game as we watch Bring in the Heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration since 1889. First of all, a look at the Polar Bears really needing a stop right here to keep themselves alive in the game, and off the play fake, Walby picks up just 4 after needing 8. So a 4th down and 5. And this is where decisions are made. Either the center coming up right here made one of the most horrific snaps of his lifetime, or out of punt formation, Gibsonburg just decided, let's give it to him. That's Bringing the Heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works on Columbus Avenue, just south of 5 Points in Sandusky. Now the play we're talking about. The way that punter responded, I don't think that was planned. But it ends up being a safety, and you could debate that till the cows come home, but nobody knows for sure unless Gibsonburg tells somebody what their plan was. But a safety makes it 6-2 in favor of Gibsonburg, and Margaretta will get the ball back after we thank a few local businesses: J Bistro downtown, Chet and Matt's Pizza, Matthews Ford, Snyder Collision, WTF Rice, Sora and Oak Sushi and Whiskey Bar, Vita, downtown Sandusky, Kaufman for Judge, Shores and Islands, Ohio, and Firelands Health. Now, Gibsonburg gets a free kick from their own 20-yard line. They'll boot it, and the ball dangerously rolls around on the ground before Luzader covers it up, and Margaretta will start on their own 47. With 4:09 left to play, the Bears have to score a touchdown, period. Bowie for 1, 2nd down and 9. Off into the flats for Zach, and he's down and out of bounds on the Gibsonburg 44. It's a 3rd down and 1. They needed 1, and you know what, folks? They didn't get it. So it's a 4th down and 1, and they didn't get it by just that much. Fourth and 1. Polar Bears need to convert this. And this is cool. Watch what happens. Quarterback pushed forward by the Margaretta backs for a first down at the 41-yard line. That push was good for 3. First down number 10 for Margaretta, but that first down they picked up right here is their first of the second half. It's paving the way for Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. It's the lineman getting some push up front, but it's also, look at Judy Keller come from behind. Make sure that he got at least enough for the first down, and there he had it with 2 yards to spare. So Margaretta keeps the drive alive on the Gibsonburg 41-yard line, and that's paving the way for Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. Golden Bears making it as tough as they can, but Keller still battled for 5 yards. A second down and 5 coming up on the Gibsonburg 21-yard line. Make it the 36-yard line. After this one's done, now we're looking at the 21, where Bowie runs out of bounds. 15-yard pickup down to the 21-yard line. Take another look at the run by Jake. Wasn't the way it was originally designed, but he saw this nice little hole open up over here, so why not? So a first down for the Bears on the Gibsonburg 21-yard line. 2:03 left to go. That clock certainly becoming a factor here, although Margaretta did have all their first downs left at this point in time. Sidelines helps conserve some of that clock as they head into the red zone on a 3-yard run by Luzader. Second down and 7 on the 18. Keller was stuffed. Saying you see that orange marker on the field. Apparently the ball may have popped loose. But covered by the Bears, it's 3rd and 8 on the 19. And boy, swarmed under by white jerseys. So that puts the string out to 4th down and 9 on a must-have for the Polar Bears. They're on the 20-yard line of Gibsonburg as they utilize one of their timeouts right here. Special thanks going out to the following local businesses. Margaretta trailing 6-2, under 2 minutes to go on our Civista Bank scoreboard. 4th down and 9 at the 20. They have got to convert this right here. Boy, Keller, inside move. Look at him go. Still not done. All the way down to the 1-yard line. An outstanding effort by Keller. On 4th and 9, he picks up 19 yards to the 1. Great piece of work by both Boy and Keller. See Keller in the backfield blocking as of right now. When things start to break down, he'll slip out and find an open spot. Makes a great move there. Slips those 2 tackles. That's 3 broken tackles. 4. And he's not stopped until he almost went the distance. Mark him at the 1, first down and goal. Polar Bears knocking on the door of victory. What a play. Jake Boy. Polar Bears say touchdown. Officials don't make that signal. Second down. And goal just outside of the Gibson. Look at that. Not much room between there and the goal line. Second down, goal. You must prove to the officials that ball is over the end line, over the goal line. Yes, he is. And the Polar Bears grab the lead 8-6. Jake Boy right here behind that offensive line. Not to be denied. Gibsonburg did their best to stuff the middle of that line, but the Polar Bears win out. 1 yard run, climaxing a 12-play, 53-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock when the Bears had gotten the ball back with 4:09 left to play. Extra point kick up and through, and the Polar Bears now with a 9-6 lead. Gibsonburg will start this drive from their own 25-yard line. Walby for 7. Second down and 3 out on the 32. You'll let that one happen. Clock, the biggest enemy in the world of Gibsonburg right now. After that overthrow, it will be third down and 3, and we are sitting at 15 seconds left to play in this fourth quarter. Walby looking, firing. Well, right where the ball was, no infraction, but the flag was thrown on pass interference before that. So it's a 1st and 10 out on their 47-yard line. Building the drama a little bit more in this one. Incomplete pass brings us down to second down and 10. Gibsonburg on their own 47, knowing they had timeouts left, hoping to pop a big one right there, but it only went for 3 as Walby is tackled at midfield. And with only a few seconds left, it's 3rd and 7 at midfield. This would be the last play of the game. It is do or die for Gibsonburg. It is die, and the Polar Bears hang on for a 9-6 victory at the Duck Pond, and Polar Bear Nation explodes. First outright league title for Margaretta since 1996. That's the reason the celebration is going on, as the Polar Bears win the River Division of the SBC outright with an overall record of 9-1 and 7-0 in the River Division. Nice job. Congratulations, Polar Bears. And being the top seed, they get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. And now it's your Pancake Player of the Game for Sandusky Bay Pancake House. A $10 gift card going out to this young man right here, Judah Keller, senior running back of the Polar Bears, who, with just under a minute left to play, caught that huge 19-yard, and in doing it on defense as well, but caught that 19-yard pass that set the Polar Bears up for the winning score. Both sides of the football, it makes no difference where Judah Keller is. He loves competing. He loves playing this game. And this is the play that set it all up for the Margaretta win. On 4th and 9, he caught the ball behind the yard to gain, but made that and a whole lot more, and still holds on to that football with people yanking and tugging and pulling at him. Down he goes and set the Polar Bears up for 2 plays later when they got the winning score on the 1-yard touchdown plunge by Boy. Nicely done by Judy Keller, Pancake Player of the Game.
Oh, it was incredible. I mean, the come from behind win with 35 seconds left, there's no better feeling. Oh, this team means so much to me. We put throughout 2 days and throughout there, we put in so much work. We got so much better from last year, and Coach Quizzo has us believing that we're as good as we are, and we really have been showing it. So,
Where are you going for pancakes?
the Sandusky Bay Pancake House.
So everybody goes for the best pancakes in the world. Sandusky Bay Pancake House. Congratulations, Judy Keller, our Pancake Player of the Game.
I found it.
The Polar Bears on cloud 9. Top seed in their region. Polar Bears get a bye in the first round. They'll play either Patrick Henry or Carey in week 12. And there it is, your SBC River Division Championship, proudly displayed by the River Division champs, the Margaretta Polar Bears. Nicely done and a great season. And the best part about it all is it ain't done yet. There's more yet to go. Coming up next week, we're into the playoffs on your North Coast Game of the Week as we will pull up stakes at Perkins High School, Firelands Health Stadium, where the Pirates are going to play host to Lorraine Clearview as the second season begins on your North Coast Game of the Week.